Bang, bang, Niner gang. Happy Sunday, sports fans. Welcome into Sports Sunday. Jake Gadon here, riding solo. Guys, it's a phrase that hasn't been uttered here in the capital city in 17 years. The Sacramento Kings are playoff bound. The legend of Brock Purdy continues. The former third-string quarterback in his first playoff start with 4 total touchdowns on the day. It's a shot all of us wanted Harrison to take, and we trust him to take. That's what Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis said after the game. And let's be real. When you have an open 3 with the game on the line, your team is hitting over 40% from 3, you let it rip and live with the results. For an FCS guy playing an FBS opponent, you have been overlooked most likely your whole football career when it comes to college football. To be able to beat a Power 5 program like this, what does that mean to you? The stomp heard all around Sacramento in Game 2, and here in San Francisco, it was the soft love tap that led to a suspension of Draymond Green for Game 3. And funny enough, for the first time in 17 years, when the Kings make the playoffs, they play a familiar foe 87 miles up the road on I-80 in the Golden State Warriors. I hope you went to Home Depot today, because tonight was a measuring stick game for the Sacramento Kings. The man of the hour, Andy Thompson, announces the 12th head coach of Sacramento State football. Coach, when I say that, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Missouri out of the SEC, Utah State out of the Mountain West. We'll start with Mizzou. What do you like about them this year?
I don't love them.
Okay, that solves it. Okay.
They don't read.
Coming out of high school, legendary head coach of Alabama, Nick Saban, told Purdy he was below average in height, had a lackluster arm, and his accuracy was average. We asked Brown what motivates him, why does he want to continue to coach over the years, and he said it's truly the love of basketball. It's a children's game that he gets to continue to coach every single day, and in the end, that's what led him to a second Coach of the Year award. As for here at the Chase Center, get ready, folks. It's going to be a good one tonight for Game 3 between the Kings and the Warriors. As for my NBA prospects, hold on, let's see if I can do it. Still rocking and rolling. Done. See you guys. That's it.
He dropped the mic.
You've seen ticket prices, right, for Game 1?
I've heard a little bit about it.
So, it's the hottest ticket in town right now, Monty. What do you expect G1C to be like, and even Doko in general, on Saturday? The Warriors season is over, but that doesn't mean the dynasty is done. Happy Saturday, sports fans. Jake Gadon here. We heard it in the late 90s with Michael Jordan and the Bulls. We heard it again in the early 2000s with Kobe and the Lakers. Heck, we even heard it in 2020 with this same exact team. I'm not buying it, but what I'm buying is an eventful offseason for Golden State. Do I believe him? Well, like most Sacramento fans, actions will speak louder than words. And I'm not just talking about a press conference like 2019. I'm talking a signature on a legal document. What makes you feel more confident that the third time is going to happen? Because we've done the Dog and Pony Show with this before, 2019 and everything like that.
We learn from our mistakes.
Not all Cinderella stories have storybook endings. This Kings historic season coming to a close here in Game 7 at the Golden One Center, thanks to their familiar foes right up the road in the Golden State Warriors. Let me ask this, were you averaging at least a double-double in high school?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Look it up. He has the receipts too. He's like, just go on the
I
internet.
wasn't as good as basketball as I was in football. I had a higher ceiling, but I was a decent player in basketball.
Center or power forward?
Center. I was a post guy.
Oh, of course. So let's talk about this. You know about the interior. This Kings defense is something that they really needed to work on. Physicality-wise, how can you be physical without fouling? What's the line there? You look at Purdy's game. What specifically do you like about it? Is it his pocket presence? Is it decision-making? What would you say?
The decision-making is probably his best attribute, I would say.
I will say this. I think the Patriots dynasty in New England is officially over with Bill Belichick. I don't think it's firing him as a head coach. I think you're firing him from his general manager role, which I don't think he's going to want to give up. So you're probably getting rid of Bill Belichick if you're going to give up that front office role with him. This team is not well constructed. The offensive line is banged up. Mac Jones is not looking confident at quarterback. I'm not sure what they're trying to do on offense in general. The Bill Belichick defense is still there. You still see forms of it. When asked if Trey wanted to stay, he said originally he did want to stay with the 49ers, thought it over for 24 hours, came back and said, hey, I'd like to be in a different situation to be able to play on a consistent basis, which you don't blame him for. As for the actual game itself, he saw a lot of good and bad. He loved what the first team did with Brock Purdy. He thought the defense played well. Thought Sam Darnold had some good opportunities late in the game when he finally got in. When you saw Jaden Daniels perform, is that an NFL quarterback right there?
I'm not sure. I think it's a better question for you.
I'm with you, all right? I watched Jaden at Arizona
Yeah.
State for a number of years,
Yes, that's
seen him
your
at
guy.
LSU now. I think he's risen to the level of competition when it comes to what the SEC is, the difference between the SEC and the Pac-12.
True.
But when you look at Jaden, I just don't see it. I don't think he has the full, complete package. Great on his feet, very elusive, makes timely plays, but there's also times where you're like, Jaden, dude, what are you doing, buddy? Okay. And up next on Sports Extra, we head to Missoula, where it's a reunion of sorts for Hornets head coach Andy Thompson. The answer next.
We're down and everybody's throwing dirt on us, but if Clemson's a stock, you better buy all you freaking can buy right now.
Don't worry, Coach. I called my guy. $200 on the Tigers next week. It's the best 2 words in sports. Game 7. The Kings forcing the series back to Sacramento on Sunday. Head coach Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox saying after the game, this was the most complete game the Kings have played all season long.